So hello and welcome back guys to another trade recap. So today we are going to be doing the trade recap that I taken yesterday on 17th of February. So yeah, let's get on with it. So this was the trade. I have already put that in my journal. So you guys have to tell me whether a trailing SL is a win or loss. So I have put it in a loss because technically I have lost 16 pips, 16 handles. So yeah, but technically it was a trailing SL. So I have put that in my journal. So now we'll quickly to the trade recap. Okay, so going on to the day, I was having kind of loose bias because overall I didn't expect the market to like just show off right off the bat that whatever it wants to do. Okay, so we had already sell side liquidity swept here. This was around on midnight session, and midnight we was kind of in the range. Okay, if you see this is 8 a.m. So why the 8 a.m. had swept out this low, we had a nice 1 hour fair value gap, and we had a sell side liquidity which was present in the low. Okay, now if I go into the 15-minute time frame, there was multiple outcomes of yesterday. Okay, so first thing that I would like to see was uh, the market would have eventually done something like this from here, swept out all this buy side liquidity, then tapped into the daily fair value gap, then eventually made it way to the downside. Okay, this I think so. Every person who is who was trading yesterday had some sort of overall bias like this because they was taking all low distance liquidity to the high over because this was low. All these are, if you call it trend line liquidity or whatever you want to call it, these are all buy side liquidity which are waiting to get taken. Okay. This is also a buy side liquidity. So yeah, I was having a bias somewhere we can close above this 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, 4 hour FBG, then we can go to the upside. So overall, I had a bias of bullish. Like I'm not going to say loose bias, but I had a technically bias of bullish because I was expecting the market to just close above this 15-minute give a change in the share of delivery. 15-minute, if you see here, this is what series of down close candle. A candle didn't close above that. It closed above here, this 15-minute candle, but it just wicked out the 4 hour consequent encroachment. If it have given a little bit close above this, I would have maybe considered going bullish, but I didn't consider after as this candle 15-minute candle close. I was not 100% sure, but I was most likely sure that we can still carry forward to the 1 hour fair value gap and to the sell side liquidity present here. Okay. So now going on to the lower time frame. Now here is a I will not consider this a mistake, but it was a fault in my area. So, okay, so while I was waiting here, I'll just show you the session recording as well. So while I was waiting here, this is 950, 947, 948, 49, 50. So we see the 950 candle open. I was waiting in the 30-second chart for it to close and give us a CSD here because this was a 3-minute change in the state of delivery. Okay, if you see here, see here, series of down up close candle when a candle closes below that. So this is a technical 3-minute CSD. Now either I was confused totally or I don't know what happened here because in 3 minutes there is a change in the state of delivery. Okay, 3 minutes has closed here. Okay. 3 minutes has closed here. Now what I was supposed to do was go into the 1 minute time frame and look for an entry over here because 3 minutes has solid closed here. But I don't know why I didn't do that because technically it's out of my time. Okay, if you see here, 3 minutes has closed here. This is still what 9:47, 48, 49, 50. Now I was waiting for an internal model also to play because external model 3 minute close in the change instead of delivery. Then we can take a trade and we had also rejected the 4 hour FVG. Now while I was noticing this, I didn't actually see that we had rejected this multiple times and we can just start falling through from here. Like we don't need to respect multiple fractal model. Okay, we can just continue from there wherever we want to keep going. Okay. So now while I was looking at the 15 30-second chart, this just fell through very quickly. Now my mind was wondering whether we can just give a sharp retracement above and we can continue lower. So just waiting for that moment, I ran out of my overall trade. Okay, so this was my first. This should be the first trade. Okay, this would have been the entry. Stop would have been just over this candle high. Because this is also a lot. 64 handle. This is like more than I've ever reached. So okay, that is also the somewhat criteria because I cannot just keep my stop loss here or here. Like it is, there is nothing to hold the stop loss. Okay, there is a 5 minute gap here, but technically stop loss would have been here and target would have been this sell side liquidity. This would have been the overall initial target. So exactly 2.2 trade. Oh, so this was the first trade, but technically I don't think so. This is valid because it didn't give us a little bit of a retracement as well. We just got a little bit of the candle up close, but technically that was not invalid. Now going on to the macro. Now there are still time left, and we got a little bit retracement to the 3 minute gap. Okay, there is a 3 minute gap and there is a 5 minute gap. So once the market had retraced there, it started rejecting that. Then I waited for a change the state of delivery. Now I had have put here a little bit early entry as a mistake because I had little bit early entry because overall I was very drawn to the 1 hour consequent encroachment. Okay, this 1 hour consequent encroachment I was very drawn that the market will most likely hit that. So as the market started closing here, we did get a 30-second close, and it took my entry somewhere around here only. Oh, I didn't wait for a market to just come till here, then again enter because already I've missed my overall trade. This would have been the perfect trade if the market would have just like pulled back a little bit from here, then would have been the trade and stop loss would have gone this way. But see, if you see here, like 60 handles is like it's very unreasonable. Like if I put it here also, it is 78 handles. That is more than average. If you see my losses, 34, 38, 32, 12, 24, 50 is the maximum. And also if you see this one, it's like a very reasonable stop loss. Okay. So yeah, I had yeah, very confused here. But yeah, overall my draw was technically bearish, and this is overall trade. I'll just show you the session recording as well. So this is session recording. We see here we had closed nicely. 15-minute had closed here. As this 15-minute candle closed here, then I was fixed at the market. Like overall, my bias was going to this sell side liquidity. Okay. So after that happened, if you see here, you see here as this has respected the consequent investment, then I thought that now we can look to target all these lows present here. Okay. This has become my low resistance liquidity to just somewhat like do something like this. Okay. So let's just walk through this. This is what 9:45. So now I'm going on to the lower time frame to check what is happening. See here, we started falling. Now you could argue that overall I did make a mistake and started because this 3 minute fair value gap got inversed right away. Okay, so now we have not confirmed anything, but we have not denied the fact that we want to go lower because we would have not inversed this gap very like fast. Okay, we did inverse the gap and then I marked out my change the state of delivery of 3 minutes. No, 3 minute did close here, so I could have just entered off of the retracement. See, 3 minute it gets closed here. Okay, see now if you see here, this is what 30 minutes. Yes. So at this point, 1 minute has not closed, but 3 minute change the state is here. So technically it has closed. So now I'm wondering whether we want to like we have already, if you see here, we have already black candle. I don't think you can see, but technically we have already like reversed this entire move. Okay. So now I'm wondering if something it wants to do something like this, but I don't think so. It is black. You can see, but yeah, I was wondering what we can do from there. You see here, it's 30 seconds. Now see here, I was waiting for a. If you see here, uh, 9:50 a.m. has not done been open yet. See, 20 p.m. is 9:50 a.m. Okay. So here, if you see, we don't get a nice consequent CISD. We have respected this minute gap, but that doesn't mean anything. See, in this point, 3 minute has completely inverse the gap. I think so. Let's see if I've opened the screen there. I don't think so. I've opened the screen there. Yeah, this is the moment it just goes to the retrace the 4 hour. It just goes to tap the 4 hour gap, and we still continue lower. So I could have gotten away with the entry over here, but there was no confirmation. Okay, like I look for confirmation. I think so. I've I've been doing that confirmation for the whole my trading journey, so I should just stick with it. So I was now waiting for here, then it suddenly just fell. See this part, like 30. You see here, I'm waiting for a nice close here. It just started falling. Like there's nothing to do with my part. Like I could have just got the AC. It just started falling. I think, what the fuck? Now I'm going to enter here. It's just closed here a little bit here. Then I would have entered. But change the shit was a lot. Okay, and I could like stop loss play, everything got fucked up. So technically there was no entry. See, it just started keep going down. Then I'm thinking like, should I change the price? Then I'm thinking I should follow my rules. Just fucking it starts dipping. See, I'm looking for 30 second. Like this 30 second here, this part. I was waiting for a close here. Then I could enter it. Like there is nothing to go off. We are just respecting this gap. Okay, now, like there's nothing to go off that makes that we are still wants to go lower. Okay, so yeah, we just keeps going lower. Then there was no entry for me. Basically, this is the first one. Then the second trade I'll just show where I not second. I didn't take the trade in the first scenario, but there was a miss input from my area, my part. Oh, so then we take out the sell side liquidity. Then we get a nice sweep of the sell side liquidity and 1 hour 1 hour fair value get up. But we don't continue off of the 1 hour fair BG. Okay. Yeah, we get a 1 hour fair value tap. Then we don't go to the consequent investment. So I'm thinking like we can retrace here and we can eventually head to the downside. I'm nowhere bullish here. Okay. Still I want to go lower. Okay. I'm thinking something around like this and we can keep going lower. Okay. I never thought that we could recover this every move because it just, I don't think so it had the way because overall already we had recovered this entire move after 9:30 am. Okay, 9:30 am is here. This is the perfect like fake out manipulation move which has been happening in the February. Okay, first 9:30 open makes a move, then we just reverse and continuously go to the opposite direction. Okay, so yeah, at this point I'm thinking for a pullback to the chain. Now 3 minute and 5 minute candle form, and then we get a nice rejection from there. Then I'm waiting for the 30-second change the state of delivery. Yes, as we didn't get a change the state of delivery, but that's why I put in a little bit early entry in my part, and yeah, I have taken my entry there. Yes, as the candle had closed here, I have taken my after we have inverts the 30-second gap, and I've taken my entry there, and I've now I'll just give the reason for my SL trail. Okay, so if you see here, first we had already rejected very nicely of the 1 hour gap. So I was expecting that once we touch the 1 hour gap once more, we can expect a rejection and just go to hit my stop loss directly. So that was the ultimate reason I trailed my SL. Okay, and my break even point was here. So it comes here, yes, okay. See, at this point, I put my SL stop loss to here, somewhere around here. I put my stop loss to here because I was expecting that once we tap this 1 hour fair value gap once more, then we can get some sort of a rejection here. Oh, so now this rejection can be anything. It can be a little bit up close candle, or it can just go and take out my stop loss altogether. Okay, so that's why I was like a bit safety. I followed safety, and yeah, as you can see, I put my sell trail, and as the candle got it, I put my stop loss to here. Yeah, I put my stop loss to here. Okay. Here or here, here or here. I think so. I put it here only, here or here, somewhere around here. I trailed myself, so I lost around 0.25% in this trade. As the candle closed here. Then I still most of like would put break even also, but it didn't make any sense to put break even because like I'll start getting this sell side liquidity initial intermediate sell side liquidity to my this one intermediate sell side liquidity, but then nothing happened yet and just directly got stopped out. Okay, for a moment I thought that we can still continue lower, but I don't know, some of the market does decides not to respect anything and just do that. Okay, so at this point it comes here. Then just short back up with a single candle and take out some SL. This is my SL trailing SL. As the market closed, I put my trailing SL to that point. Okay, so yeah, that was the overall trade. Thank you so much guys for watching. This is the SL here. Then afterward, it did come. It didn't. It just took out this low. Just took out this low. There was an entry somewhere around here also, but this is out of my jurisdiction. This is out of my time. Okay. So yeah, that was the overall trade for yesterday. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye bye. Take care. So yeah.